In this 10-minute computer training video, I'm going to show you how to save a lot of time when you have a document in Microsoft Word that is a list. It could be a list of names, phone numbers, products, whatever it may be, and you want to quickly move it into Excel. But copying and pasting it over item by item can be time consuming, as can retyping the whole document. So I'm going to show you a way to do it. Um, First, we're going to switch over here to Microsoft Word, and we're going to just type our list like so. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to do 3 or 4. And then I will show you a quick and easy trick to get them into Excel. So there's a couple of ways that you can separate items in a Word document that is created like this. You can do it as a tab delimited format, or you can do it as a comma delimited or semicolon delimited. And that just means how the fields are broken up. So what we're going to do is we are going to do the first one as a comma delimited format. So what I'm going to do, if you try to import it like this, it's not going to import into Excel properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate each of my fields with a comma. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 fields: first name, last name, and phone number. So after Jim, I'm going to put a comma. After the phone number, I'm going to put a comma. And I'm going to do that for each entry. So after Bob, after Brown, after Susie, after Jenkins, after Ian, and after Barnes. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that as a text document. So this is Word 2007, but it will work exactly the same way in Word 2003, Word 2000, whatever it may be. So I'm going to do Save As, and I'm going to choose from Save As type. I'm going to choose a plain text document. I'm going to save it onto my desktop, and I'm going to save it as names and phone numbers. And then I'll click Save. So now it's going to tell me that saving as a text file will cause all formatting, pictures, and objects in your file to be lost. And what kind of encoding do I want? You can just leave it as it is, just like that. So I'm going to say OK. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch down here over to Excel, and I'm going to do File. I'm going to do Open. And right now it's set to open all Excel files, obviously. So I'm going to click there, and I'm going to choose Text Files. Now I'm going to choose my desktop as my source, and then I'm going to scroll down to names and phone numbers, and you can see it's a text document. So I'm going to choose that one, and I'm going to click Open. And because I still have it open here, it's just telling me that it's locked for editing by another user. So I'm going to click Read Only. And now it says the text wizard has determined that your data is delimited. If this is correct, choose Next, or choose the data type that best describes your data. So it is delimited, okay? And start import at row 1, and all this stuff you can just leave it be. So I'm going to click Next. Now it's going to ask me how it's delimited. Is it tab delimited, semicolon, comma, space, or other? So if they are separated by spaces, you didn't really have to put the comma in there. So I'll show you that later on. So I'm going to uncheck tab delimited because it is comma delimited. And now you see down here it divides it up into columns all by itself. So I'm going to click Next. The column data format is general because we don't need any special formatting. If you had currency values or something like that, you could choose that. but we're just going to leave it as general. And then I'm going to say finish. And there you see now it imports your data into nice, neat Excel type columns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this Excel document. I'm not going to save it. I'm going to switch back to my Word document. And this time I'm going to leave it separated just by the space. I am not going to comma delimit it this time. So I'm just going to remove all the commas. And then we're going to do basically the same thing. So since I already have the document saved, I'm just going to go up here on the toolbar and I'm going to click Save. And going to click Yes to save it. Then I'm going to go back to Excel. I'm going to open a new document. And again, it's going to be names and phone numbers .text. Say read only again. Okay, it's delimited again. This time it is space delimited. And there you see, because there's a space between the first name and the last name and the phone number, it is obviously dividing it up into those columns. So I'm going to click Next, going to click Finish, and there it is again in nice, neat columns for you. Finally, what I'm going to do last is I'm going to close this document again. So this time I'm going to switch back to Word. I'm going to put it all together. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to tab delimit this data. So after the first name, I'm going to put a tab. After the last name, tab. First name, tab. Last name, tab. First name, tab. Last name, tab. And the first name, tab. And the last name, tab. And I'm going to save it again. Say yes. Open. Names and phone numbers .text. Again, I'm going to say read only. Delimited is true. This time it is tab delimited, so I'm going to leave it at that. Leave it on general. Say finish. And there we have our nice, neatly divided up document in Microsoft Word. So that is a quick and easy way, if you have a big list of names, phone numbers, addresses, whatever in Microsoft Word, to quickly import it into Excel without having to retype the whole document. I hope you have found this 10-minute training video to be useful. Thank you very much, and I hope you're enjoying the content of 10minutecomputertraining.com. This is Scott Gardner signing off. Please have a good day, and we will talk to you soon.